Alright guys, and now we're back for game 2 of the Couch Cup 1v1 League. And again we have the matchup Food Please versus Play Buzzer, and they're playing, of course, on the home map of Food Please, who lost the first game. And we all know what map this is. It's of course Nomad. And they got two interesting sifts. So Food Please is in the red as the Slavs, and Play Buzzer in the blue as the Persians. Now let's look at the start right here. So of course, so newer players tend to first scout around a little bit and then try to find a perfect TC spot. However, the best strategy, it seems, is to right away drop your TC next to the wood line and then go directly for wood. And then you can also drop a dock with the third villager and then directly go for a fishing ship. And that's a much faster start than try to find food first and yeah, go for the regular, let's say, villager build based on food. Now let's look at the location. So of course, both of the players drop their TC so close together that they basically fit on the same screen here. And yeah, but I maybe slightly favor the position of Food Please, because he has a lot of space to the left to expand, whereas Play Buzzer is more on the edge of the map here. However, that doesn't mean that he does not have a chance. Of course, anything can happen in this game. So of course, both players building their TC, building a dock, building a initial house. Now Food Please built his. He's sending his villager back to the town center, and now he gets right to chopping the wood that he needs for his fishing ship. On the other side, with Play Buzzer, his town center is not yet up, so there's a slight advantage already for Food Please here, who has already his TC up, but still it's a very close game, so anything can happen. But the third villager of Play Buzzer is already at the wood line, whereas the third villager of Food Please is just now arriving there. And let's see what happens from here. So I expect a short but sweet game full of aggression here, because both players are so close to each other. And that's why it's even more important to have a good and safe fish boom, because that can help stabilize your economy when you're pressured on the front right here. Now, Food Please taking in his first ore over here. He doesn't have loom yet, but that's no problem for him. He's able to lure it easily. After creating his first fishing ship, he now is onto a food economy, building his third house over here. Let's see if they have spotted each other yet. No, so Food Please does not know that Play Buzzer is right beside him, and Play Buzzer does know that Food Please is right beside him. So they are in for a surprise, I would say. Now Play Buzzer trying to scout his villager. Maybe he expects Food Please to be down here or over here, but probably not that they're this close already. And we hear some shouting from the players about laming, so that's also what we expect in this game. There are two master lamers, and of course, remember, there's a special award for the best lamer in this tournament, and Play Buzzer certainly wants to win that. So Play Buzzer now having two fishing ships, one fishing ship only for Food Please, which is interesting. Food Please has an idle villager down here, probably waiting to build a mill or something. And here, indeed, it is. No, it's a house. A house next to the berries and the ostrich. I thought it would be a mill, but never mind. On the other hand, we have Play Buzzer, who has a lot of sheep here, which is very nice. He has some ostrich here, still has boar back here, so he has a lot of resources that he can use. And let's now look at the population. And again, like in the last game, Food Please is off to a slight early advantage with 14 villages to 13 and a total population of 47 as well. But it's only very slight advantage as Play Buzzer is able to equalize that difference. And that's also due to his better fish boom, I have to say. He has 4 fishing ships versus 2 of Food Please. Getting housed for a brief moment there. And now Food Please is onto something. Maybe he has realized, no, he hasn't realized that the opposing town center is here. What about Play Buzzer? Play Buzzer also doesn't know that the opposing town center is right beside him. So that's a very, very interesting situation. They're both obviously scouting, building random houses in the middle of nowhere, trying to get some scouting information. But now Food Please is onto something. Maybe Food Please will realize and see what's going on here. And indeed, he sees the boar, and maybe he can stop the boar lure. Yes, indeed, he's trying to lay the boar with a villager. I don't think this will work out. I mean, yeah, it's a long way. Maybe you could send in a second villager to block the boar. But on the other side, Play Buzzer can block him, and the boar gets another hit. And this is very close and exciting. The boar is still chasing. If this works out, oh, he's attacking the boar with the PC. And can he get it? He gets the boar. Insane play by Food Please, getting a nice advantage. But now they must know that his opponent is right beside him, but he still doesn't know where exactly. Now the laming begins. So both players trying to build palisade walls, houses to secure resources. There's some random palisades being dropped everywhere. It's a mess. So Play Buzzer knows where the team of the opposing player is. Now we have some build fighting over here. It's extremely messy. Please will maybe use the villager. No, he will not. And he tries to wall in Play Buzzer over here. Both players still in the Dark Age. Now that's very dangerous. He has to walk up to the TP, but he didn't know where the TP was. And he still doesn't know where the TP is, but he must think that it's here because of the sheep that have been taken here. And there's the first villager kill by Play Buzzer, and some villagers are here, and maybe the trap. No, they can't escape. But now the villagers of Play Buzzer are in, and they can start the laming. And it's a very interesting, intense match. So now we have an interesting lead of Food Please by 25 to 21 villages, even though he just lost one. So that means Play Buzzer is focusing maybe too much on micromanaging his villagers. But still, his fish pool looks rather nice, but it's similar for both players now, so definitely Food Please has caught up there, and Play Buzzer still taking the sheep here, taking some ostrich, so he's still in a very nice position. But of course, as I said in the beginning, Food Please has a lot of potential to expand to the left. But what is this? Laming coming in from the left, dropping houses to wall Food Please in, and of course he reacts with all his villagers. A kind of panic move, trying to defend here, and this is so annoying. I hate this style of play, but it is effective when done correctly. So, and anything goes in this tournament. Now on the other side, random palisades and houses everywhere between those two players, very close in score. Both players in Dark Age. Now Food Please clicking up to Feudal Age finally, after a considerable time, and with already 32 villages, so quite late in the uptime here. Now he finally placed a mill down here at the berries and the ostrich, so that's very nice. It's now uncontested so far. And yeah, what about laming? So, Food Please securing this area of the map by placing some palisades, and Play Buzzer on the other hand now trying to go down here to also secure space on the map, but Food Please already there trying to wall, and he's done it! He's done an amazing quick wall, but there is a gap over here and the villager can come over. And what will they do? Will they just pick up the villager? Will they build their own palisades? We will see. So both players are on the way to Fuel Age, and I expect some tower aggression there. So they are already on stone, so he's gonna build a lot of towers, but he's also on stone, and that's this typical style on Nomad that we see recently. This very aggressive tower meta, where you just try to deny every resource from your opponent as early as possible. So now, in the feudal age, in the feudal age, we have still fighting over here, but Poopies had a lot more villages over here. This is basically his whole civilization fighting in this one spot, picking off another villager off display buzzer, but there is some villagers who are you can escape over here, and they're placing watchtowers in the middle of nowhere seemingly. Instead of placing them here, okay, they're also placing one here, and a counter tower over here. Some idols for display buzzer, and this is madness. This is like, look at this, three villager here, followed by three villagers, villager here, some will fighting. So it's a mess. This tower is up, this tower is up, this tower is up, but of course attacking the house, it's always in definitive edition. The houses are the most dangerous things right after farms, which are even more dangerous. And now more build fighting over here. Okay, and now it's back to aiming again. These houses need to be built. Poopies needs to be confined, and this power war is going on over here. This power war is going on, but it's like it will win this because there's 4 or 5 villages inside of the tower. And now Buzzers sent in reinforcements. Now let's look at the build count. It's now 31 to 35, so still rather close for both players. On the water, nothing happens. I think they don't have the capabilities to concentrate on water anymore. Besides some build fighting over here, very far away from their initial TCs. Now this tower is getting repaired. This tower is shot down. So this will be very interesting. Now the villagers are exposed. You could target them. Yes, indeed. Maybe one villager. No, it gets it hops into the tower, but this villager dies. So small victory there for Blade Buzzer. Here, some repairs. Almost that destruction of the tower. Villagers are exposed, but they are not targeted here. So a double tower war, a triple tower war, another tower over here. Now it gets difficult for Food Please, as he is confined within his base basically, and his resource stone is denied, his wood is denied, his gold is denied, and he has only 20 stone remaining, and it's looking dicey for him. He has to evacuate those villages. Luckily he has some food here. He could build a lumber camp, or has to build a lumber camp somewhere. There's random houses and everything scattered all around. Now this tower of Food Please is going down due to the counter tower of Spray Buzzer, which is in range of the TC. Now the TC is garrisoned, and it of course shoots the house of Spray Buzzer, because as you know, houses are dangerous. Now, this is interesting, the tower of Food Please has been shot down, but now he can batter down the tower of Spray Buzzer with his villagers. And Spray Buzzer doesn't realize, but he picks off a villager here. So I think this tower will also get battered down. And now finally, Food Please building a lumber camp, but I think this is still too close to the aggression of the enemy. We already have a builder over here. Might spot this and then try to put a counter tower here or a tower here to deny this woodline again, and then it's dicey if you don't have enough wood for your buildings. Now more build fighting over here. Food Please does not react. He's confined to his initial TC. He's basically dead. He has to expand somewhere, but still it's a very close game. Food Please now with 39 villages to 42 of Splayed Buzzer. In the meantime, even a single fire galley would have been enough to clear out all of these fishing ships. That would have been a huge lead for whichever player does it. Now Foodly still has a villager over here, so he could also build a tower or expand in that direction. Now another tower being placed over here, which does not become too much because this wood line is basically already denied. Shoot down the villages as they come out of the PCC. This wood line is too late. He has some over here. He could expand to this gold. And yeah, but it doesn't look good. Now over here, again, we have the tower war, and this tower will get better down. We will see a lot of bill fighting after that. We have more villages for Foodly over here, but of course he needs to pay attention. He needs to attack the villagers of Slave Buzzer, who tries to wall in those villages and now attacks the weak ones. And he will get a pick easily. And another villager goes down. Now it's already to 48 to 43 villagers. This villager will also get picked off by the villagers of Slave Buzzer. And Foodly does not pay attention. What is he doing? Because this is the game-winning match. These villagers are idle. This PC is under pressure. And now there's for the first time a decisive score lead for Slave Buzzer in this game. But now bill fighting, this could turn things around. Maybe this villager will go down for Slave Buzzer, but another villager goes down for Foodly. And another villager will go down. Clever micro by Slave Buzzer, losing another villager. And now another villager lost for Slave Buzzer. And yeah, this would be easy pickings for Foodly if he realizes it. And he does, but maybe he will pay for it with another villager. But it doesn't look like it. Now it's 49 to 40 villages. And the nice thing about Slave Buzzer's base is that he's rather safe here. He has a nice wood line. He can collect stone, collect still food from the berries, and Foodly's have to vacate and go down here. And he has a big lumber line over here, and he can start to mine some minerals again, some stone and some gold over here. And now the fire galley finally happened by Slave Buzzer. Okay, I think there was or maybe there was a water wall that I have missed. No, it doesn't seem like it. So this basically didn't do much yet, this fire galley. Now Foodly is already in the castle age. Now this could be his way to come back into this game, because Slave Buzzer is nowhere near or has not clicked up, and yes, he is lacking the gold to click up, so there's the way to come back. Now let's see what he decides to do, if he is deciding to go for a big boom, or if he's trying to go for a push. And of course we know that Foodly is an aggressive player. He will go for an aggressive push. He's built the siege workshop, and so I think he will try to batter down these amazing buildings, or this amazing agglomeration of buildings by Slave Buzzer over here. I personally would prefer if he went for more of a boom style, because really, yeah, snowball ahead, snowball out of control, maybe produce a few knights just to distract the eco of Slave Buzzer a little bit. However, I think booming would be the wiser choice here, as it usually is. Yeah, but Slave Buzzer still nowhere near picking up, and that's because he has no access to gold anywhere. This gold is denied by a tower. This gold cannot be accessed here. This gold cannot be accessed. And there's one gold over here, which he knows about, but he doesn't collect it. So he, yeah, has to basically sell the market to now finally click up to the castle age. But now the mangonels and the spearmen are already in for Foodly. So will this be a comeback in this very interesting and very close game? Now a second dock by Slave Buzzer, very good idea indeed, getting this fish boom over here, because the fishing ships have to travel a long way to get to more fish. Now let's look at the attack over here. Attacking is starting to see on Slave Buzzer, but two counter towers are going up. So I'm not sure if this attack will be successful, but now Mangonels may be in range of those villagers, we don't know. now they're just attacking the GT, so I'm not sure if we will be able to gain any grounds here, especially as the tower is up, and the tower is in range of the mangonels, and the counter tower by Fufu has been defeated over here. The mangonels take a lot of damage over here, and yeah, this push has been halted so far. Fufu is now making some knights to maybe raid, because spearmen are not very good at raiding, to be honest. Building another tower, but in range of the tower of Slay Buzzer over here. What else is happening? So now we have knights coming out without upgrades, but still that's very effective. Keep it, send it into the woodline maybe. I'm not sure if there's a hole, there's probably no hole, but you can easily break through and then send the knight in. A single knight do a lot of damage. However, I think that what's saving Slay Buzzer is his eco on the water. Look at these fishing ships here, these fishing ships here. That's a lot of food that's being brought in basically for free. And now, finally, mangonels attacking the tower, being repaired by villagers. But there are stone walls behind, so I don't think that he will be able to push in here. But at least he will try to deny this tower, which repaired. However, I think it will go down if he would just attack it again, but he doesn't. And so he still stands, the villagers go down, and yes, finally the tower goes down. But the next tower is already up, already attacking the knight, and the knight will surely go down and will not do anything. But mangonels are still strong and they are pushing here. But maybe Cookies should think about a different angle of attack, maybe break here and go up here, and also try to pressure from this side. But he's better down this tower, so maybe he'll be able to actually push through. Now let's look at the population of both players. So we have 50 villagers for Slay Buzzer and 40 for Cookies. And that's why I said you should also go for the boom. And now we have some knights of Slay Buzzer in the economy of Cookies, but they are dealt with already. Slay Buzzer building a sneaky town center down here, and for Cookies I see this town center, and let's see if he has another one. Okay, yeah, that's the second town center, and the first one, well, the first one's basically already dead since game minute 5, I think, game minute 10. Now Cookies further pushing in here, but there's not too much here actually for Slay Buzzer, surprisingly. But that's his unique style. He tends to basically have a barren initial TC, no farms there, so that's very typical of him. Instead he likes to go for different TC, but this TC seemingly has been denied. But there are some scouts here raiding the villages of Cookies. They're very effective here. But of course they're prioritized attacking the buildings instead of killing all of these juiced villagers here, which are just idling, not doing anything. Yeah, this could be much better for Slay Buzzer. And now the score lead has changed, and I sense a comeback. Even though Slay Buzzer still has a lot more villages. Now finally the scouts come back to attack at this position. But the pikemen are already on the way. But maybe Slay Buzzer will get a pick or two, and this villager will go down, and this will also go down. Now let's look at the push up here. Meanwhile, Cookies has broken in, and there's some juicy Maginal shots, and he's placed a lot of towers, and yes, Slay Buzzer has to vacate this area as well. There's no more economy at his initial TC, the same as with Cookies. So basically a base race from the start. Now Cookies has one TC and Slay Buzzer still has his initial TC but no secondary TC. So it really looks dicey for him here. He's still making scouts, but they are easily countered by the pikeman over here. Now Cookies adding another TC. Slay Buzzer trying with one villager to get a TC up down here, and hoping that Cookies won't notice this, and Cookies so far doesn't know that, but I think he will find out soon. Now finally, these initial towers who have stood there for a very long time are getting better down. But and the villagers of Play Buzzer have nowhere to run. He needs to lead the walls and then run by his opponent basically. So it doesn't look good. So even though he has a villager advantage, most of them are idle and it doesn't look nice for him now. But Mangonel is being better down by villagers here, so small victory for Play Buzzer, who still has a tower over here. And a nice woodline back here, but there's a single knight here, which could deny that woodline completely. Now let's see, this town center has been built, so now we're again up to 2 town centers for both players. But this initial town center of Play Buzzer not helping too much. So it's still a very close game, and again, what's keeping Play Buzzer in the game is the fish coop. However, now his fishing ships really go idle, and those ones also go idle. And here we have another dogfight. Coop is also realizing, maybe he heard what I said earlier, so he's realizing that he needs to redock and also get more fish coop over here. Yeah, so very quickly now, of course, Laming continues walling in those annoying towers. Knights are out for attacking those towers over here, but they will just get shot down. This is just gold wasted basically, because they will not be able to better down at the tower. But maybe they will get a villager pick over here. But no, it doesn't seem like it. Now this looks very nice. Let's play a few villagers down there. Economy for food is now looking much more stable, having very nice farming people here, woodline over here. He's pushing here. He's trying to find this stable on the edge of the map, and I think, you know what guys, I think this will be a comeback. We will see a game 3, I guess. Even though there's still a villager lead of Play Buzzer, but remember 19 of those villagers are idle, so it's really no villager lead at all, and now the villager gap is closing due to the PCCs that are working. Even though they're idling, I mean you can put that together point to a random tree. But yeah, they're just idling there, but nevertheless he's in a good position. But now the knight catches Mangonel out of position. Will the repair come in time? No, it will not. And the knight can just escape, picking off Mangonel. So those victories are also important for Play Buzzer, who now has a second PC up here. So this is what he needs. He needs to go back into this game, maybe add a third one. Because these have spread all over the map. You see red everywhere and blue is pushed back. So the starting area really is a mess. But if you notice this, Scootbees or Play Buzzer could easily drop his own PC here. He is protected by all these towers, and he can collect stone, he can collect gold and wood rather safely over here, and he also has the villagers already here. So that's something he should do. Now let's see what happens here. There's another town center going up for food please. So he's trying to move. Now he's looking, and he finds this town center. So will he realize in time that he's being attacked? No reaction so far. Now maybe we will see a reaction. I think he's occupied elsewhere. Now single knights. Not necessary enough if you have staggered towers like this. And here we see a market, a desperation market for Play Buzzer, still not realizing that he's being raided here by 2 unupgraded pikemen. Do maybe like 2 damage per swing, but still, or 3 damage, but that's still enough to take out a villager given enough time. And now let's look at the villager count. Now the gap has basically closed from 65 to 62 villagers. Both players now focusing more on economy, more on booming. Play Buzzer now taking this stone over here. He is focusing his economy over here. He has a lot of knights. can pick villages, but now they run into pikemen, which is not good. They need to run back to the tower. The tower can then kill the pikemen, and then the knights reign free again. But of course, we should not lose HP on the knights necessarily. And now we can send those knights out again and raid here, where we have another TC for food fleet. So we are now at 1, 2, 3, and this would be the 4th TC for food fleet. So he's really now trying to do, but still the score is very close. Again, a lot of fishing ships still out there. And we now have a ram and knight push down here, so this town center will be denied. And then it is 4 town centers versus 2 only. Remember, this starting to see still stands, even though there's a barren wasteland around it. Yeah, let's see how this game will go. I still favor Food Please in this situation because he just has the momentum. He's now taking over the villager lead. He has the score lead, but why is he abandoning his attack over here? He's just going away. He could just push further, but I don't know what he is doing. He's having some villages being produced from this. Now the knights of Slay Buzzer are in, and they are picking villages over here at the stone pile. He's trying to defend his TC down here, but with only 2 weak knights won't be enough, I think, to defend here. And there's still this annoying pikeman still stabbing away at the 4-4 villager. Now a desperation watchtower in the back at the edge of the map. Now let's see what happens here. So nothing anymore over here. And oh yes, more pikeman raids, but they're not very effective, especially considering that we now have a +1 attack upgrade but no defense upgrade. So they're still very weak, those pikemen. But now the score gap is widening. Please, well, the village account is still rather even though he has 4 TCs. Why build 4 TCs if he cannot utilize them? Now more towers going up. The towers are denying the wood line that is being accessed over here by Food Please. And what's going on over here? So now this tower is in range of the stone pile, so that's very annoying because the villagers just start to or stop working and just stand around, so they idle around. So Slay Buzzer with 24 idle villagers, 64 villagers in total. Doesn't look good here. Now a siege and knight push over here. A mangonel and battering ram, a couple of knights over here trying to take down the tower, but maybe the mangonel will fall to the tower, and Messi losing so much mangonel, so many of them. But I think this TC will fall, the towers will fall, and then there's free reign for Food down here, where we have all of this economy, where it's still a lot of those idols that I mentioned before, where you could just send them to some resource so they do something before they do nothing. And now he's Slay Buzzer is evacuating those villages. Again, he could build a TC here, take those resources maybe. Yes, so idle fishing ship all around. This is messy. A lot of fishing ships here trying to gather some fish. Now let's go back to the action over here. So this as I said, has been denied, has been destroyed. This barracks will be denied. And again, now the score lead is considerable for Food Please. We have some nice Slay Buzzer here, but they're of course prioritizing the lumber camp instead of anything useful. They have no upgrades, as well as the Knights of Food Please, who now have +2 defense and +1 attack, so the Knights of Slay Buzzer cannot really engage here. He's now going for desperation strategy, preparing his monasteries, has another TC up here. He's now in this upper corner. I mean, he could have just called it already, but maybe he thinks he has a chance still. And yeah, just a very close, very interesting game. But I think that PCC definitely has the advantage here. He has the momentum, and now he's going forward with 20 villagers or so, 50 villagers. He's building a castle right into the face of Slay Buzzer. This is a GG castle. This is a get out of my game. This is a 105. You can resign again. So it's kind of disrespectful almost. I think it will be only minutes until we hear the GG from here on out. Because this castle is right. The Knight of Slay Buzzer go down to the Knights and Pikes and the Castle Fire. And now what does Slay Buzzer do? He basically does have many options left. And there's a late game water war between two fire gaddies over here. Very interesting. Indeed, some very late game ostrich hunting. So it's amazing as players discover things you would do in the early game, very much in the late game over here. But look at this push by PCC, placing the castle in a nice position, reaching the TC. Most of the villagers of Slay Buzzer are idle, 19 idle villagers, 57 to 90 villagers in total, and that's the snowball effect that we've been seeing coming. I mean, the economy of Utrecht is basically undisturbed. Huge farmlands over here. He can take the stone, gold here, gold here, and yeah, he's uncontested, has his 4 TCs there. So I don't see why Slay Buzzer is still holding on. What's he holding out for? There will be a game 3 in this amazing period in the Couch Cup between PCC and Slay Buzzer. And I'm really excited. I'm hyped for the third game. It's one of the best series I've seen so far. It almost makes me wish that there would be a best of 5 or best of 101. Yes, so preparing some nice Slay Buzzer. And Gucci is now going for longswords, man. Peculiar choice. This is a disrespect move to really tell his player, tell his opponent, get out of the game. I already won. I can keep exactly with longswords when the guy counter fire. But now it's surely GG, mixing in warriors, unit counter blast. You have a lot of melee armor. This point is more like overkill. And yeah, but now here in this engagement, Slay Buzzer actually has the numbers. He could take a fight, but he's not really taking a fight. Still lacking all the upgrades. This is really bad. Yeah, 4 villages go down. And yeah, Utrecht has twice the number of villagers. Only a few of them are idle, probably those at the woodline. No, they finally did something at this woodline. Amazingly. And there is another castle in the face of Slay Buzzer saying, just get out, resign, get out of the game, don't waste my time. This is over. Administration towers, now finally has one armor upgrade, but that's just not enough against the Lucky Knight up on attack, and more importantly, the amazing longswordmen that have been and Pucci could have simply gone to the Imperial Age, but he said, I will visit in Castle Age, I will show it, he just without going to Imp, and that's exactly what he's doing here, and he is forcing Slay Buzzer out of the game, eliminating it wherever he can, defeating the monks, try to help the TC, but they don't make it. The castle expires on the TC, and there is the GG! Called by Slay Buzzer, and we will see a game 3. Amazing game. on Nomad, the home map of Food Please. And now we have the players here with me for the post-game interview. So, Food Please, how do you feel after this amazing victory?
Well, I feel super hyped and excited that I won, because early in the game I thought I lost this game, and I was very frustrated by the intense villager wars and laning that came in well from both of us, but surely I always find Playbus especially annoying.
Yeah, he is an annoying player indeed.
I don't know what you mean. That's not my purpose.
Walling and laming wherever he can.
So
coming back from after he surrounded my town center, that was really good. I thought the game was over when he surrounded my town center.
Yes,
so did I.
It's also reflected a little bit in the timeline. If you look here, a big lead by Playbuzzer. So I don't know what happened there. Playbuzzer had the fish boom, he had the position, but he wasn't able to push through.
The castle age.
The castle age was too late.
Very fast Mangonel play was really, really good.
And the problem was, you didn't have gold.
And I had no gold in my base, so I could not produce any knights, no mango. And that's why I tried to spread all around the map with weak villages with 1 HP. That's didn't work out.
So guys, what can we expect in game 3? So what kind of map are we gonna see?
Well, it's the loser's choice, so
it's loser's choice. So Playbuzzer can pick a map. I think his home map is Arabia. Is this true?
Well, any map is my home map.
I think it will be Mega Random.
Oh, it might be Mega Random.
Might be Mega Random.
But they changed Mega Random a little bit, so I'm not sure if he will be able to adapt.
I gotta think of it. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I can redo Nomads. That would be good.
Oh,
that's very ballsy
move.
That's confidence. I mean, if he loses this, Playbuzzer will be dethroned already on the first day of the Couch Cup, or the second day basically, the first day of the league games. A move no one has expected. Everyone thought he would just come back with force and punish Karl-Heinz, but this did not happen so far. So, Kumira, what do you expect from the third game?
So, I guess the third game will be very tense. So, I see both players being very much motivated, highly motivated going into the third game. First of all, it's Playbuzzer who wants to keep his throne against the very famous lamer Food Please. And yeah, it's here in the face of Food Please that we are going to see like at least 1 hour of hard Age of Empire game. So I'm really excited to see the third game.
Alright you guys. Then I guess we'll stop this recording now and we'll see you in game number 3.